Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Retro Jersey Podcast, and I am your host, Show Smith. And we got I would say banger, but it ain't. There's nothing banging about our topic today, which is Florida State football. Uh, this is this is beginning to be a problem, and you know I'm known for interviewing guests, and we'll get back on that at the beginning of the season. I can't wait to get started back on that, man, because I miss my guests. I miss their banter. I love what I do, but we got a big problem. If you haven't, go ahead and hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Hit the notification button so you'll know when we come back on with another video. Uh, the quality of my videos aren't where I need it to be yet because I'm still, in the learning process of a lot of things. And plus, I dedicate a little bit more time over there to my other show, the Disrespected Fathers podcast. So you guys might want to go check that out too. If you're a father that you feel like you've been disrespected and you need answers, we got you covered over there. So uh, the topic today is Florida State football and the fact that the transfer portal has been wide open to players leaving, and there's been a lot of notable names that have been hitched to the transfer portal. I mean, there's been so far it's been 22 uh, players that have left Florida State for the transfer portal. You know what? For the life of me, for the whole entire life of me, I don't get why uh, a lot of these kids are going, and I do get it, but I'm gonna explain to you the reason why they're not staying. And it's not a secret, but I have an underlying reason why they're not staying. Um, let's start with my man Elijah Moore. Let's start with him because I'm telling you, um, with this kid, they're missing out with the kid. Because I honestly, really think that this dude could be uh, the next Kelvin Benjamin, and they're missing out on his 6'4", 205, 206, 210 pounds, and you just letting this dude walk out the door. I'm starting to understand what Hakeem Williams is talking about when they weren't tapping into his intention and his intention. I mean, his potential, and you know, developing him. I see where he's coming from now. They have been this way since years past. This guy's only played in 4 games. In what is it? What has it been there? 3 years? Why waste these kids' time like this, Florida State? Why waste these children's time? And I know I'm going to get a little pushback from a lot of the Florida State faithful, but I've been a Florida State fan longer than some of you been alive. I'm close to a lot of these guys. I interview a lot of them. I'm friends with a lot of these dudes, man. Classic, classic, classic Florida State fan. I had a small relationship with Coach Bobby Bowden, which I am forever grateful for. I'll share that with you guys on uh, another live one day. But this right here, this right here, letting guys like this walk out the door. You let a potential star walk out of the door on you. Wherever he goes, I wish him the best, and I'm hoping that they get to play Florida State as much as possible so he can shine. Good luck to you wherever you go, young fella. and we'll be rooting for you. I know I will. I definitely will. It's hard to see him go. It's hard to see him go. It's really hard to see him go. You just don't let no guy like that walk out of the arena. I don't care what people say. The next one that bothers me, and there's a lot of them that bother me. There's a lot of them that bothers me, but you let Camden Fryer walk out as well. You guys let Camden Fryer walk out as well. Now I'm gonna tell you, I know Camden's father, Matt Fryer. He won a championship, high school championship with my brother Connell Crockton in high school. And if you're listening, Matt, I'll try to reach out to Connell one day, and you gotta tell each other hi. But you letting this guy walk out. Florida State has not had a slot receiver with the with the attributes of somebody like Chris Doring, or what's the receiver that I mean, like a Wes Welker type. And I think Camden could have been that. We haven't had that at Florida State. We've had people like Bobo Wilson. We've had people like uh, uh, Kenny Shaw and stuff like that. We had those type of guys. We had Burt Reed, you know. But I don't think, not saying he's better than any one of those guys, but we haven't had a possession receiver like that in years, man. And to let him walk out of the door like that is this this is a bizarre culture. Um, Another someone we're letting walk out of the door is Brock Glenn, and you know he's been a loyal person to Florida State. Loyal to Florida State through and through. I mean, even when they set him on the bench and put him behind Kevin Sperry, y'all put him behind Kevin Sperry, and he said nothing. He said nothing. You did not give this dude a chance. You did not give him a chance. I'm gonna tell you who Brock reminds me of, and I've said this on plenty of websites. He reminds me of Casey Weldon, and to let him walk out when he has sacrificed his whole career to hang out at Florida State when he could have went to Ohio State. You let him walk out the door without even trying to develop him. He won an ACC championship for you. I don't think it's fair, man. I really don't think it's cool. I really don't. If we let people like, let's see who else. We let Jesse Harrell go. Jamario Jamari Flag. I would have loved to see these guys get on the field. Jalen Lucas, you let him walk out. Isn't that Ja'Kai Douglas's brother? You let this guy walk out of the arena. Who else did you let go? Edwin Joseph, you let him go. Omar Graham Jr. And the biggest one is Randy Pittman Jr., who's related to me on his mother's side, and letting him go. I tell you what, because that's a Smith bloodline, it's a Pittman bloodline, and I'm cool with his daddy. Me and his daddy grew up together, and uh, I'm telling you, letting him walk out. You only got one time to show a Smith that we ain't respected. You only got one time, because the first time was when uh he went to over there with Gus Malzahn. Where was they at? Where were they at? Hold on one second. Let's see. UCF. They're at UCF. And don't know how you let him get away the first time. I'm pretty sure I'll run into his dad or his mom soon, and we'll talk about it. But you keep letting these dudes get away. Uh, Jason Jenkins, another defensive lineman who we didn't see, who didn't get a chance, because I'm thinking this dude could be like Brandon Jenkins or somebody. You let him get away. Now Jabril Rawls, people were hyping him up, and that's fair because from what I see, he made a few plays, but I, I I personally wasn't impressed. I'm not saying he wasn't great, but the defense as a whole just wasn't great for me, and that's probably why I didn't see his shine and his potential like I would see like an Xavier Rhodes or somebody like that. You know what I'm saying? Or Patrick Robinson. I didn't see that. I did not see that out of him. But he wanted. Also, I hear he wanted a major payday, which is we're going to get into talking about that too. And I can fix that transfer portal. Uh, who's this? Tylen Coleman. We didn't get a chance to see this guy play, and I wanted to see him play. I wanted to see him play, and we didn't get a chance to see these dudes play because Florida State does not know how to develop people anymore. They don't know how to develop people anymore. Mario Nash Jr. We didn't get to see him play, and he sat and waited. He transferred. He flipped his commitment from Mississippi State to come over here. I just don't get it, man. You can't. Let's get to the matter of what I'm talking about. Listen, Florida State, and I'm talking to the head of all football operations. Y'all cannot keep walking in these people's houses and telling them lies. You can't keep walking in these people's houses and telling them lies because that's what you've been doing. You've been walking in these houses and lying to these kids' parents about what you're going to do, what they're going to do. And some of these kids have probably been Florida State fans their whole entire life. And for you to come in there and tell them a fairy tale versus the truth that y'all ain't got it together as a coaching staff or recruiting staff tells me the whole system is broken. Florida State, your whole system is broken. And here's what kids need to start watching out for. And I keep telling people, ever since Peter Warrick left Florida State, that was almost 25 years ago. Ever since that man left Florida State, we have been going downhill ever since. We've been going downhill. Of course, we done had a few good seasons, but we ain't had nothing to be like Florida State is the program to not be trifled with. Let me show you something. I'm fixing to read something to you. In the past 20 years, this is on a past 20-year basis. Virginia Tech, in the past 20 years, has had 4 losing seasons. Georgia, 0 losing seasons in the past 20 years. Alabama, 0 losing seasons in the past 20 years. USC, 4 losing seasons in the past 20 years. Duke, 11 losing seasons in the past 20 years. NC State, 5 losing seasons in the past 20 years. Notre Dame, 3 losing seasons in the past 20 years. Miami, 2 losing seasons in the past 20 years. That's wild. That's absolutely wild. Clemson, 1 losing season in the past 20 years. Ohio State, 1 losing season in the past 20 years. This is ACC. When it comes to Duke, NC State, we're no better than NC State, Maryland, Notre Dame. I mean, Notre Dame has been in playoff contention. We haven't seen that. We haven't seen that in years. You can count. We'll give you the 2023 season and the 2022 season, but and that's it. I mean, you really can't do anything else. I mean, you've had some good seasons, some 9 and 10 win seasons here and there, but the culture is wrecked, bro. The culture is wrecked. We don't have a winning culture at Florida State anymore. And the only thing that they can tell me as a Florida State fan, the only thing that can resurrect this is if y'all find a way to revive Coach Bowden and get him back out there, him and Mickey Andrews back out there. And let's party like it's 1988, 89, and 90. Let's do that. That's the only way you can get our attention back. That's the only way you can get our attention back. Because, and I keep saying it, you think I'm joking. The past 20 years since Peter Warwick left, we have not had good seasons. We have not had a consistent winning culture. Let me say it like that. We have not had a consistent winning culture to where I'm worried about us getting the ball, getting the ball up the field. We're having trouble putting the ball in the end zone. And it's not saying that the guys that we've had, like Greg Jones, James Coleman, and all those guys haven't had good seasons, because those seasons that they had were great, because that's when Miami and Florida State were still beasts. People like Ernie Sims and Corfonzo Thorpe and PK Sam. I'm saying those great seasons that those great seasons that they had, different type of atmosphere, because they Coach Bowden was still there and Coach Bowden was still serious about winning. But these last few people, maybe with a small exception of Jimbo, but can't really say him because he kind of quit on the team a little bit. But I just something just came to me and I'm like, are they cleaning out this roster so they can bring Jimbo back? That occurred to me. That thought occurred to me. You know what I'm saying? That thought occurred to me. I just, I just don't like the way this is being handled. I just don't like the way the team that I wanted to play for, the friends that I have that played for over there, the family that I've had that played at Florida State, we're looking extremely, extremely bad. We're looking extremely bad. To fix this culture, to fix this culture, and to fix the transfer portal, let me say that to fix the transfer portal and stop this money grab that these kids are used to, because it's not like you're not going to get money at the next level. And I am for the transfer portal. Let me say that. I'm for the transfer portal, but I'm for the transfer portal for kids that don't get to play, that don't want to sit behind people 3 and 4 years, and then you miss out on your dream because you didn't get no attention and recognition. That's fair, but I mean, they ain't built like the 90s and the 80s anymore. These kids ain't built like that. So I say this is how you fix the transfer portal. This is how you fix that. This is how you fix that NIL stuff. Why don't you start going getting kids or people that are adults, 23 to 25 years old, that's like, hey, look, if you want to come get an education and play football, we can make that happen. But I'm not trying to pay you a whole bunch of money to do it. Make sure you have your family have a roof over their head. Make sure your family have food in their belly or whatever. And make sure everybody get to and from. If you got a child, we can help you pay a little child support. Grown men that understand that, and you clean up my credit, grown men who understand that, going to jump over that. Yeah. If you're going to take care of my family, yeah. Here, well, I'm gonna give you 75,000. I'm gonna give you 75,000, and you go clean up your credit. You go put a roof over your mama's head, or pay the rent for a year, and so on and so forth. That's the entire contract. Stay here with us 2 years, and then you can go and make money in the NFL or wherever you need to go. We got you back to normal. That should be it. That'll fix that transfer portal. I promise you. That'll fix that NIL. That will fix that. All right. With that being said, we're going to get out of here. And I was hoping to have some of these guys from the other networks on. So we'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, this has been the Retro Jersey Podcast. Oh, before I go, let me throw out some birthday shout outs from some of the legends of the game and give you some of this day in sports. Let me see what we got right here. Today is the birthday of Cy Denny. Let's see what Cy. He's a Canadian hockey player. His birthday today. He had won a couple of Stanley Cups with the Boston Bruins in Ottawa. And also today is the birthday of the great marathon runner Billy Rogers. That being said, want to tell them guys happy birthday, and we'll see you on the next show. This has been the Retro Jersey Podcast.